You guys, welcome to Cheer Chat. Nobody wanted to wait until Wednesday, so here I am. Hello, YouTube land. I'm here to give my little recap of the Pro Bowl games this past weekend in Las Vegas. I actually made it after all. I was not trying to cause drama. Um, I'm just so glad it worked out because the tickets were not cute when I looked before. They were like over $900 from Seattle, and I was having some serious FOMO, like more than I've ever experienced in my life, I think. Um, I'm like sitting with my mom, we're watching this Ain't Too Proud to Beg Temptation show, and I'm just like, well, it was before it started, but by intermission, all I could think of was like, I'm gonna miss everything. And I do not want to talk about this from watching social media. Like, it's not gonna be the same. I can't handle it. Like, so I'm looking at tickets. Luckily, they went down, and next thing you know, by the time I got home that night, I had my flight, I had my hotel, and my Pro Bowl ticket. So, I mean, thank goodness it all worked out. I'm so happy that I was there and I did not miss it all. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm so excited. I like made lots of notes. I wish I could have spent more time down there like during the week to get to know the cheerleaders better and just kind of absorb it. So a lot of my observations that I'm going to share is based on what I did get in terms of like just the vibe from everybody there and the performances. I have to give a major league shout out to Lindsay Rosenberg, who took the super iconic, beautiful photo of all the Pro Bowl cheerleaders in front of the Caesars. I think they were kind of near the pool, the Caesars Palace. Anyway, I mean, she is like the guardian angel, like fairy godmother for the podcast. I feel like from the very, very beginning with Brittany and I, and she allowed me to kind of get up to the stage area inside of the what do you call it, Allegiant Stadium, where each squad rotated and performed from. So that's how you got to see all these great videos of all the teams, well, not teams, the different lines like AFC line 1 and 2 and so forth and so on. So that was like so cool to get that close. I got to like see everybody up close and personal, say hi. I wish I could have taken more pictures. I was a little bit starstruck, a little bit. But yes, I mean, it was a huge celebration. This is the 30th year of having NFL cheerleaders at Pro Bowl. So a major shout out again to Lindsay. Thank you. And just the whole team at E2K. I wish I got to meet Ron Kellum, you guys. And that was just kind of like a moment. I just happened to catch them as they were coming in from outside. And it was just, that whole team has created something so special. And to have it for 30 years plus, 30 years now, and plus, hope it goes on forever and ever. But it's just such a beautiful tradition and all the work that goes into it. I'm just acknowledging all of the effort and to make it all come together and to treat everybody like royalty. I'm sure you guys have been following along and seeing, the rings and just the cute fits that they get. Like, tell us where it came through. It's such cute. I mean, just all of the spoilings, they all deserve it. And it was a great thing to see. So I just wanted to, like, again, say thank you. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if anybody's watching that you were performing out there and I happened to be on your side of the stage where I got video, please message me if you want it. I wish I was in a position to see everybody, but no complaints because clearly I was up there, not in my seat, zooming into the big screen the whole time. So I was so happy. Made it all worth it. Okay, anyways, I wanted to give a little bit of acknowledgement to a few people just because in thinking about trying to be there for events like this is pretty big, right? This is like our Super Bowl where everybody, gathers, you see all the different teams. And so it's a big event that I did not want to miss. And since starting the podcast, me and Brittany made it a point to go to that every year. And I just want to say that it does take a lot of commitment and money and all of the things, right? But there's someone else that I want to acknowledge. I'm sure you guys are following this account, but Pro Bowl Cheer. His name is Max, and we met in Orlando. But I just want to give a shout out to him because, like, he's just passionate about this area, has always been a fan of cheerleaders. And I love the way he's been capturing like data for like hella. He goes back to like, I don't know. I'm like on his page right now here over my computer, but I mean, having the Pro Bowl cheerleaders dating back to like the 90s, like since this all began, like I think that's incredible. And this is like all, in his own time and resources. And I'm so excited that he's gotten access to be able to get pictures and things like that. But we got to hang out a little bit before everything began. And I just wanted to give a shout out. If you guys aren't following Pro Bowl Cheer, if you want some, like I said, some historical perspective, I think the page is awesome. You get to see all the Pro Bowl representatives dating years back for each team, some fun, cool facts. So shout out to you, Max. And what else do I want to say? I mean, this was a very big Pro Bowl, and we had some historical moments that we definitely will get into. And you guys, since I've had this podcast for like over 4 years, I always take a step back and kind of look at the bigger picture of it all. And it's really huge where we're at. I mean, we had our first male Pro Bowl representative in the NFL with Donatus from the Tennessee Titans. We've talked about it before, but I just want to take a moment because, as I think back as to how we've even been able to get to this point of having, this type of representation at Pro Bowl, I just think it's important to acknowledge. And again, this was the first year that the podcast came out, but I want to give a shout out to the three men who broke down the wall of having male dancers in the sport of NFL cheer. Quentin, you guys all know these names, Quentin, Napoleon, and Jesse. I just think they kind of I don't know what their whole season was like, their first season in the NFL, dancing alongside the women on their teams, but I know that it probably wasn't always easy, to kind of be in uniform as a male dancing alongside the women and kind of getting people comfortable with acknowledging their talent and seeing that they belong just like everybody else. And I just think that it's just a huge testament that they stuck their necks out. I have my rosé, but it hasn't kicked in yet. Stuck their necks out, you guys. Hello. To join those teams, to try out, to audition. And I know they weren't the first males to ever audition for teams. Just everybody who's ever experienced the no. I just think the fact that they kind of hung in there and made it to where it became kind of normal. You know what I mean? Like, look at the space that we have now and how many teams are co-ed at this point. And I just think, it's just important to reflect when you're looking at accomplishments, like everything that it took to kind of get to that point. And so I just want to acknowledge the three of them for changing this space forever and making it where a team can decide, like, I'm going to select a male Pro Bowl representative. And this is, yes, breaking down walls, but this is just something that I think has, it didn't happen overnight, right? I think there's been a lot of ground that's been made in the last few years. And so I just want to say thank you to them, to be honest, to, just for creating that space where people felt inspired to audition for these teams. This has been a female dominated within a very, very male dominated sport. And so I think it's just an acknowledgement of where we are, and to be able to see that representation, see that history being made is a huge moment. And maybe it's Black History Month with all this like reflection on the past and the future and everything else. But I just think that, I'm terrible with like those little sayings, but, they walked so I could fly or run, or, you know what I mean? Like, people have paved the way for us to have these achievements in society and life. And I just think we have to kind of acknowledge that as we celebrate, the accomplishments in the space that we're in. So that's that. I just wanted to say that. I think that they've definitely shifted the space, and now we are in a place where we have a male Pro Bowl cheerleader. So shout out to the three individuals, and also just like male cheerleaders in general. I know there's the Ravens and different teams that have had male cheerleaders throughout the years, and I just think, again, it's just progress. Okay, so let's see. What am I going to say here? I have notes on notes, and I'm going to try not to rush through it. But you know how I am. You guys know. Enjoy yourself, grab a glass, Here we go. The main reason that I also wanted to reflect on the past is just because there was just a moment being up in that stage area. That's all the fans. It's like the main concourse, and they're all walking by. And you guys, these little girls who are sitting back here waiting for a glimpse of these cheerleaders to come through and walk by. I mean, for me, it was just really a reminder of like what this is all about. I mean, when I tell you I was starstruck, I mean, this little girl, there was this one particular girl, she was like, when are the cheerleaders coming back? Like, she was not playing games. Her father probably didn't see any of the Pro Bowl games. That's all she wanted to do was see the cheerleaders. And I just think, just know that you're touching people, you're inspiring people, seeing all of you there with your glittery pom-poms and all the kids that were just so in love with watching you. People assumed that I was people's mama, probably because I was looking like Kris Jenner with the freaking recording you guys. Like, I was just so excited and I can't handle it anymore. I was really pumped to see you guys up close and personal. And each time your line would come through to the stage area, I mean, I don't know. I just felt tremendous amount of pride. I'm super excited for all of you. You could tell that you were all living your best life, and nothing makes me happier like that. I feed off of that energy. It keeps me going. And I just want to say that you're inspiring the next generation of dancers. And it's a beautiful thing to see. I will always treasure that moment when you see the look on a young person's face, and knowing that there may have been younger boys in the audience that love dance, to see, Donavis performing. Like, I just think all of that just inspires the next generation of greats. And I just have to say something about that, because that's what it's all about. Okay, so now that I'm established that I'm a groupie and I'm nobody's mama, it was fine. I just accepted I don't think it was meant to be shady. It was just like I looked like so proud, but I was trying to not to take on like 80s for Brady vibes. Like, like I'm not that fucking old, okay? Just for the record. Okay, here we go. The performances, you guys, I have posted things in the story, and hopefully you've had a chance to check it out. I'm really just going to kind of, like, I really wanted to say something about every single Pro Bowl cheerleader, and I know that that's like, not necessarily the way to go. There's definitely standouts for me. I'm going to speak to those. Everybody was amazing. Everybody was wonderful. So don't get it twisted. I'm just saying. I'm going to call out a little favorites here and there. I can't help it. That's what you guys are here for, right? Okay, pregame. If you saw pregame, I think this was a very, very good routine. The choreography was a little different. Like, I posted stuff on YouTube and I look at the comments and people were kind of like, have their opinions. I think that, this choreography, I think just was a good mix of upbeat songs. I think last year it was kind of like a Vegas-y theme or vibe. But this was a good mix. I thought the choreography was great. I'm going to make my little observation. And this is no shade to anybody. You guys know I'm just kind of offering, my thoughts. But so when it comes to the intros, like, I know it's very, very packed, 2-minute, 3-minute performance, but I just kind of, I'm at the point now where I'm kind of like, okay, it'd be nice if, how you have like an opening number. Like, I get the intro of everybody dancing together, but I would cut out some of that intro or some of that like finale part, just to give like each Pro Bowl cheerleader more time to like be introduced. Not like forever and ever and ever, but like more than like an 8 count. Like 2 8 counts, you know what I mean? Just so that you can kind of like take it in a little bit more. That's the only part that feels so rushed through to me. And I get that it's exciting and you don't want to like lose too much momentum. But I think with the group numbers, it's not like you're, displaying like this crazy choreography or whatever. It's kind of like group choreo. But I just think I would love to see more individuality of each dancer being able to have a little bit more of a solo moment. I'm just going to say it. Not a complaint. I think it's just, you see them dance together in their individual squads. And I think that resonates well because it's like a small squad. They have these cute little routines that they're doing together. For the big number, for them to do all together, I think the fans will enjoy it too. Like, sitting in the audience for that piece and having them kind of like race through each person. Like, I just think you could take a little bit more time and give it to the dancers to be able to like do a little something, show off their skills, like do a little bit more. Am I the only person that feels that way? Whatever. That's what I think. Okay, let's see. I'm making sure I don't miss any comments. Thank you guys all for joining. Did you see Awakening Signs? That's the show I'm in now. Okay. Oh, maybe you guys are talking. Okay. Any hoodles. I just wanted to say that I like the choreography. I just wanted to see more of the solos, and I'm going to just say that now. Maybe it'll be taken into consideration, but I just think it would be nice. Okay. And I know that they have to hustle their asses off to get to the center field, but that was the only part that felt rushed. But I just think, everything seemed to flow a lot better. It wasn't really like people taking too much time on their little solo moment and throwing off the counts and all that jazz. Everybody did their thing, moved on, and I liked that. I did have notes on some people who stood out for that pregame, like their solo moments. I'm all for some a little bit of extra. You guys know that about me, hopefully. But let me find it. So Victoria, I just thought, techniques just flawless, like definitely shined on hers. So I love when I can like pick up a little bit of personality from the solo, right? So for me, um, Rachel from the Bengals, like he announced her name and she just did this whole like high V, I'm coming out, like right when he said her name. It was like the perfect accent. I just love that whole little moment, Rachel. I saw you, girl. Who else did something similar? It was McKenna from the Broncos who like did a little lasso when he said her name. I love little touches like that. I was so here for it. Um, who else? Cameron, Raiderettes. She just marched all up in the camera's face. I was so like, I just love that confidence. Not like it was like too much either. She just stepped it up and kind of like got in their grill and just, just showed off a little bit. That's what I think the solos are about. If you don't have time to dance, you might as well just like get in their face, show a little personality. Like, yes, I was here for all of that. There was somebody else. Okay. Jasmine, Houston Texans. She did this whole little move and then did this. Okay, clearly I'm not dancing anymore. This back arch business, like it took me out. I like screamed. I was like, yes, I didn't scream because I was trying to not do that kind of stuff while I was videoing. But I see that. I felt that. I was just like, give it to me, all the drama. And of course, oh, Jenna from the Ravens, this freaking amazing leap. Your leaps are beautiful. Oh my gosh. And I had to get a little special acknowledgement. Donovis with the back tuck and the towelography. I don't know if you call it something, Donovis, but that's what I'm calling it. Just like hairography, I mean, you work the towel like nobody's business. So that's what I'm calling it. Towelography, unless there's a better name for it. But yes, those were my little standouts from the pregame. I just thought it was really solid, really good. Is that all I had from pregame? Everybody was just really good, but I think those were the ones that stood out to me the most. And now I want to talk a little bit about. Let's just get into the halftime before I go into like the performances when they were up on stage. Ray Shremmond. I had to ask my kids like 5 times how to say this goddamn group's name. I knew who they were, but like I'm sitting in the audience and they were like announcing who the halftime performance was going to be. And people were kind of like, who? And looking around like, and it was kind of, it wasn't funny. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess we're going to hear from them. I don't know if they had more recent songs or not, but I'll just say that the Pro Bowl cheerleaders and the UNLV dance team, excuse my French for not knowing like the official name. I want to say like Rebel Girls and Company, but I don't know if that's really what they're called. But they're hella good at hip hop. I believe they're national champions again in that category. You guys know I don't follow college like that, but they made the performance to me. I mean, between the UNLV dancers that are like dancing up front, I think the Pro Bowl cheerleaders were dancing up front, but when they hit the stage, it was just like, yes, like now I'm really into it. Like I was recording video when they first started performing and it was just kind of them. And I just, I'm looking at the big screen and I had to stop. And plus I'm holding it for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. I don't know however long the halftime performance is, but when the girls and the guys got on stage, the girl and the guy, the ladies and gentlemen got on the stage, it was definitely just way more interesting and exciting for me. I know I'm biased, but I thought they just brought life to that performance and it was fun and the choreography was great. And I just think there were a couple people that stood out that were, during the halftime too. And I probably will just get to it when I talk about them one by one. But you guys were getting it. I kind of wish, I know Snoop was there as a captain or coach or whatever the heck he was doing there. Snoop gives such a great concert. You guys, I wish he would have kind of like done it. I just could see that whole thing playing out. But anyway, it was good. It was good. I think the dancers made it all the better. And just watching everybody get it on stage, like I know Josie was definitely Josie, not Josie. It's not with an S, it's with a Z. But McKenna from Broncos. There was just so many people that I think stood out. Just the little glimpses that I got. Watch the video, you will see. But congrats to you guys for turning up that stage. It was really, really good. This squad was super talented. Great job, everyone. Yeah, you guys have been showing so much love, like with all the posts and the comments. I really, really think that's awesome because that's really what it's all about too, is just showing love for one another, supporting each other. Um, you know, the comments have just been blowing up and it's been beautiful to see because everybody did a great job. It was just a unique squad, and everybody brought it big time. And being able to see each squad up close, I'm just going to go through each line and give you my little 2 cents on just people who's, not even people who sit out. I had like a certain view and there was like a DJ booth and I couldn't see who was on the other side. So it's not like a full blown critique and it's not even a critique because everybody did amazing. These are just people that I really, really, really like uber enjoyed, if that makes any sense. Okay. So and I just also have to shout out a couple of people that I ran into, like walking around, that made me so happy. Della from the Gold Rush, she used to be a Seahawks dancer. And I was so happy that I was able to take a picture with you. There'll be not a sappy post, but there'll be a post of some of the pictures that I took. Geraldine was working the event and we managed to kind of spot one another. It was just so good to see you. And Latrice and whoa, Ty. It's Ty, right? Not Tay, it's Ty from the Baltimore Ravens cheerleaders. I ran into them in the concourse. We got a great picture together and got to chat for a little bit. I wish I, got to mingle and meet more people because there were a lot of people representing for their teammate, especially in that stage area. I think that was probably the closest that they were able to get to them as well. So if I didn't get to see you, that sucks. But, hopefully I'll be able to go to more things so that I can ideally run into more people. Okay, are y'all ready to talk line by line? I do have a favorite line, by the way. I'll tell you later. Okay, let's start with NFC line 1. So that was Gabby from the Cardinals, Olivia from the Saint Sation. No, they are not called the Saint Sations anymore. Wow, did I really say that? New Orleans Crew. Old habits. Okay, Rachel from the Panthers, Top Cats, Lindsay from the Bucks, Alex from the Vikings, Gianna from the Falcons, and Allison from the Lions. Okay, so again, these are just small little notes, but this is what we're doing here. Gabby, such good energy. So I got to like mingle a little bit with each line a little bit before they started. I was just trying so hard to stay out of the way. So I was so happy to be up there and I didn't want to get kicked out. But just very genuine. She's gorgeous. Everybody's gorgeous. But she just was really like kind and like thanked me for coming. And it was just really, really sweet. And I really appreciated just the opportunity to meet her and just, get a little love. I really enjoyed watching her perform because like you're on this stage and everybody's like probably watching big screens, but there are a lot of people that are surrounding the stage area. And I'm here for people who just work the entire crowd, from whoever's in front of me, whatever camera's in front of me, people to the side of me. Like, and I just thought she was just giving it. Like, I loved how she was playing to the people on the side and just a great performer. Everybody was really strong in performance, especially, when you're in a confined space. But when you're engaging on all sides and kind of acknowledging that there's people behind you and people in front of you and to the sides of you, you bring me into the performance. So shout out to Gabby. I just thought everybody was good. Olivia from the Crew, not the Sensations. How did I write that? I was not drinking rosé at the time. Okay, she is a petite little firecracker. I just have to say, so fun watching her perform. I remember you from Pro Action. It was great to chat with you again and see you again. You just look like you were having so much fun, and I loved the two of you. Like, Pro Bowl routines are so good at like having like partner moments in the choreography, and I just like when people really feed into that and play off of each other. And I thought that you and Gabby just looked like you were having so much fun on that particular routine. If you haven't seen the stuff, go and look on my page or on the feed. They have all the videos from each line are up there. But she just did a great job. I just think she's just a fun performer to watch. Rachel from the Panthers. I put notes here. I just liked her intro. It was just very smooth. Like people perform in a way where it's like just real in the pocket with it and not trying too hard, and it just comes off real smooth, but just really pleasant to watch in that way because they're just slick with it. I thought her intro was fun and showed her personality. I think sometimes, especially when people do like hair whips and whatnot, you kind of lose seeing their face, and they kind of, you don't really get to see much if you're kind of doing a big hair swing or head swing. where's my brain today? Whatever. It's not even Wednesday yet. And I feel like this week has been kicking my ass. It's probably just from traveling. But anyway, I liked your intro, Rachel. Um, and I just think you're just real smooth and in the pocket. And that's what I wrote down here. Lindsay from the Bucks, great performer. She's kind of front and center on the stage. Just see, yeah, somebody does you guys know what I'm trying to say about Rachel? Thank you. Back me up, put it in the comments. Um, but Lindsay, I thought was just a really strong performer as well, just very fun, energetic, just that confidence in the performance that I like to see as well. Um, and then Alex, she just had like these high kicks that just, I don't know, from her intro at least. That's what I was writing down here. But I liked that, like, you know how sometimes facials can be like, I'm not buying it kind of thing. But when I was watching Alex perform on the stage, like just she played off the music and the routine. I don't even know what that song was. It was really cute. But I liked her facial. She just looked genuinely excited, like she was having fun and not really singing the words, but just kind of like hitting little accents in the music. And I like that kind of stuff. Like bring me in. I watch these videos back and I watched each individual person, and because you're just trying to take it all in. I didn't see anything when I was recording, but just being able to kind of watch it back, it's just little fun little moments, and you can really tell that somebody's really feeling the performance, and it makes me feel it too. There's some comments, so let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Hey everybody, let's see. Can't stay on, but so happy I got to see you. Oh, yes, Sammy. Cheers to PBC 23, the most amazing group of people ever. Aw. See, you guys are all up in the comments. Show them some love. Thanks for joining, Sammy. I'm going to get to you, but you'll probably be gone. It was so nice to meet your beautiful mom. I mean, I got so many thoughts, so you can watch it later. Okay, Gianna from the Falcons. Okay, so mad that you were in that corner that I could not see you. It killed me. But I know that you can dance your ass off. Like I loved seeing you at Pro Action. I liked your intro, giving us a little ATL swag in the whole thing. Like you're one of, I don't know. I just love you. I just hate that I couldn't watch you in that video, just little snippets. But I mean, it looks like you had an amazing time, and just again watching you in the opening. You just shine out there. Everybody shines, but I don't know, really enjoyed your intro and the sass. Give it to me. Okay, Allison from the Detroit Lions, you also were in that corner, but the little peeks that I got of you, I was kind of surprised. I can't lie. I think sometimes the Lions uniform comes off so like, college, very not preppy. That's not the right word. But you were given like a lot of soul up in your little performance, Allison. I just thought like, okay, damn, okay, I see you, Allison. That's all I was saying when I was staring at my computer and watching you. But it just looked like you had a little soul and groove with yourself, and I love that. And your intro was good too. I had a note there too, but it caught me off guard, and I don't know why. Not that I thought you'd be stiff, but you know what I'm saying. You just gave a little stank on it. Loved it. Okay. Okay, yes, Allison has the flavor. Okay, so it's not just me. Watch the video back and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to show love to everybody because everybody was really, really amazing. And I, again, appreciate the little details. All right, so NFC line 2. So I should have tried to guess who the choreographers were for these different pieces. This was Quentin's choreo. And now that I know that, I'm like, duh, you know what I mean? But this was a really cute routine, very strong group that was performing this one. So we had Savannah from the Eagles, Kristen from the Commanders, Sammy from the Rams, if you're still here, Haley from the 49ers, Kelsey from the Cowboys, and then Victoria from the Seahawks. So this group definitely was really strong. I really enjoyed this performance. The choreo was just real sharp and crisp. And, anyway, y'all were working it. Savannah from the Eagles, girl, you flirt with that camera like nobody's business. Okay. I love it. You were kind of just in your bag. I don't know. You're at the Super Bowl right now. I hope you're living your best life. I saw you guys kind of like roaming around on the media day. But you were also on the other side of the stage, so I didn't really get to see you as much during this performance. But in your intro, like I said, just kind of flirting with the camera and just kind of, I don't know, Philly swag is just a whole different ball game, whole different can of whoop ass, so to speak. I need to drink some more, clearly. I'm just running out of I'm terrible at cliche little things. I mean, I'm not even gonna act like I'm just, saying the latest and the greatest. This is just whatever comes to my random head. The rosé will help. Okay, next, Kristen from the Commanders. I was actually sitting when I was in the stands close to her family. They were so cute with their signs, supporting their I don't know if that was your parents, but just supporting you, and it was really cute to see. It looked like you debuted a new uniform, like with the black and like the bra top and the shorts. Um, but yes, you give very like regal, Jackie Kennedy, Jackie O, whatever vibes. But I liked your presence in the way that you perform, and you gave a little bit of something, something during the intros as well, like maybe just like vibes from the Commander style, which I appreciated. Sammy from the Rams, just talking to your mom, and I know why people thought I was a mom. You guys, she was just like, I don't know how many times I've teared up. She just was so overwhelmed with emotion. And she is a former Raiderettes when they were in LA. And she was saying like she thinks that she's the first like mother-daughter duo that have actually won the Super Bowl, a Super Bowl champions, but she was just a treat, like so sweet and just so proud. And watching her watch her daughter, I think was just one of another special moment of the whole weekend, or not weekend. I was there for one day, 24 hours. Um, but it was beautiful to see her just so proud watching Sammy and just hearing her talk about her daughter and just the experience of it all was just really, really sweet. She made me almost want to cry. But yeah, Sammy and Haley, they were kind of like up in the front of that routine. And I just have to say, I just felt like they served that routine the way it needed to be served up. Like with Quentin's choreography, it was just like little things, but there's just so like little like a step tap, but it was like so much room for attitude. And I was like looking to see who was going to work the hell out of certain parts. But yeah, their energy was just really good. I'm kind of moving into Haley from the Gold Rush right now, but just gave me the sass that I wanted to see in that routine. Just all of the shakes and attitude, just so fun to watch. Haley, you're just stunning. Like I seeing them walk through the door, like when I came from outside and catching them, it caught me by surprise to see them. But just caught up with all of your all's beauty. I mean, I cannot. And your hair, I just next level. Okay, Kelsey from the Cowboys. You were working it on that stage during halftime. I couldn't think of who was standing out, but yes, Kelsey, and I believe Josie as well and McKenna. But anyway, the point is, very, very fun to watch. I was loving how during the pregame, when you guys had to like hot tail it out to the center of the state of the field, like you know that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders know how to travel and do some choreo. And I just love that she was kind of like the first one to get where she was supposed to be. And it was just everybody looked like they were running to catch up. But the point is, I just love how, I mean, I kind of feel like that's almost like a lost art for NFL, like the traveling and choreography and being able to kind of make that look effortless. You nailed it, of course, but just totally did your thing. I mean, you killed halftime. That's what I have right here. Killed halftime. And you were very sweet and endearing. And so happy to meet you. Victoria from the Seahawks. Okay, why am I singing? I don't know. Victoria, I didn't want to come off so like mama bearish, but man, it's been a very, very long time in the Seahawks history as an organization since they have had I think it's progressively gotten better in the most recent years with having more diversity in the Pro Bowl cheerleaders that were selected. I don't have the exact year. Pro Bowl cheer, I'm expecting you to have like a Seahawks version of one of these babies, capturing the history of Pro Bowl cheerleaders, and that'll answer the question for us. But I feel like for the Seahawks, it may have been like the early 2000s. So it's definitely been a long time since we've had an African American Pro Bowl cheerleader. So the amount of pride that I feel in you being such an amazing representative for the Seahawks is just like next level. And you're so talented. I was just so happy for you. And I was trying to hold it in, not hold it in. That's not the right word. It was just like trying not to be overwhelming with it, but amazing technique. I just love you. And I just love you. Okay. Yes. Any hoodles. NFC line 2 was really, really good. And everybody stood out. And again, these are just what I could see from my vantage point from the stage. AFC time. I hope you guys are still with. Oh, I'm doing okay. I was like, I can't be on here talking for 2 hours. All right. AFC line one. Okay, I'm saying it. It's my favorite line. It's my favorite line. I said it. I just, it was my favorite line to watch. They were the last one that came on stage, but everybody was great, but this one stole my heart. So you have Josie from the Dolphins, Sammy from the Colts, Joy from the Chiefs, Rachel from the Bengals, and Cameron from the Raiderettes. I mean, what, do I need to say more? But I will. Okay. So people are saying, "Oh, so glad you came out. Thank you. I'm so glad I came too because I would have been sad to miss this." Vic is incredible. Yeah, you guys are all incredible. Please believe it. This is not me cherry picking favorites. I just, you can't have favorite children, right? It's just you love them all the same. But okay, so this is my favorite line though, so don't trip. Josie, you gave me so much life. Like I can watch you all day long. I love the way you just effortlessly serve up the camera. Like, and it's just me, we're holding my little phone, but like the way she kind of made eye contact and connected with me and just kept on like, I'm here. Man, I'm here for it. I was just reeled the hell in. I just think you're a natural star performer. Like all the extra little details that you put in, the extra head toss, like you know how to get low. You're from Florida. I don't know if you're really from Florida, but you're cheering from Florida. I just think you just killed it. Halftime, you rocked it out. I'm gonna make a little pitch. I don't know if you are still planning to audition for more years in the NFL, but listen, the most bad ones, Pitbull's backup dancers. I just can see they're doing auditions for the first time, I think, ever, that they're opening up to people. For everybody listening, I think it's an amazing opportunity. I'm a big fan of the most bad ones. And girl, I just kind of see you doing it. I just can see like you have all of the flavor, all of the talent, all the sass that those women possess. And I just think you would be just perfect for something like that. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. You are a star. I just really enjoyed watching you. Sammy from oh yeah, Staten Island Queen. That's right. She's a New Yorker. I feel like there were a few New Yorkers when I was doing some research. Is that who you're talking about? Yes. Okay. Anyways, the point is, think about it. Okay, think about it, Josie. All right, Sammy from the Colts. Um, Great double turn in your. I just think you are really just. You were getting it in Baby Boy. Let me just say that. Everybody that I could see in that video was killing it. I just think you just were in your groove. Okay, you were talking about Josie. Okay. Sometimes, I did the live where I talked about each Pro Bowl cheerleader, where they were from and whatnot, but my memory might be a little rusty. But Sammy, I just thought you were in your bag for this routine. Um, just so smooth with it and just having fun. Like I just felt like that routine, everybody was just serving up their best little life. You know what I mean? But really talented. It was great to meet you in person. It's just nice to get a flavor from each team. I just think, you see performances and of different teams as a whole, but just like seeing an individual kind of represent that brand or that vibe from the team is just really, really fun to see. Joy from Kansas City. I mean, you kind of had my favorite intro too. Did I already say that? Okay, the rose's kicking in. Joy, you're freaking through the roof. Like your intro had like this, like you were the last one that was, announced. But I just felt like you were able to kind of like milk the time. You had a whole little cha-cha to kind of like walk up. I'm hoping that's what that move is called. But anyway, you just gave me a whole little routine moment. And I felt like, okay, that was my favorite one. You definitely just worked that whole entire moment. I think you just have this way of drawing people in with the way you perform. You're kind of front and center of that line, but you're just so fun to watch and just so magnetic. I just wish I could even watch you guys more at the Super Bowl. Congratulations, PS, and yeah, you kill it, and you had my favorite intro. Rachel from the Bengals. Yes, I already talked about how you just kind of like came through with that intro, and that is something that I probably would have done. But the little bit that I could see in that video, because you guys were in that back corner that I wasn't able to see well, you and Cameron, but you guys were working it. I swear, those little moments that you came into frame, I mean, you just were killing it, and I wish I could have watched you more. I think you were also doing your thing in the halftime video as well. I just think with Cameron, I'm just gonna keep it pushing because I know I'm getting up to an hour already. But Cameron, I just think the Raiderettes have like this like musicality where it's like you're just watching them like not even freestyle. It's just like they're so comfortable with their bodies and like moving. Does that make sense? Like they're just it just flows really, really naturally. And in that baby boy routine, like it just man, I loved watching Cameron. I saw a little bit of her. Rachel was more in like in the back corner, but it's just like I forget that I'm watching choreo when I watch Cameron dance. She just serves it up and it just looks like all fluid and flowy and just they just know how to dance. You know what I mean? You just get that anyway. Not that nobody else does. You get what I'm saying. I just felt like they always bring it on that level to me. It's like a musicality vibe in the pocket, serving it up on a platter. Just love it. Love it. Oh, you love Joy's intro too. See, yes, it was really, really, it just felt like, okay, not save the best for last, but she just really enjoyed that moment. And I just, that's why I think I was like, we need more time so we can see people kind of like serve up their performance, introducing themselves. Cause I felt like in that moment of watching Joy, it was like, it just felt less rushed and like I really got to appreciate a little bit more of her flavor. Okay, guys. AFC line two, keep the comments coming. I love it. Again, these are just my observations. This was another strong behind. All of the lines are strong. I know I'm tired of saying that. Everybody's great, okay? But this was a very strong line too. You had McKenna from the Broncos, Jasmine from the Texans, Belinda from the Jaguars, Victoria from the Patriots, Donovis from the Titans, and Jenna from the Ravens. So this was pretty, not a big squad, but like more people I feel like than I'm announcing for some of the others. So the AFC. Oh, you guys are line one, not line two? Or you're just saying AFC with a any hoodles? AFC line one or two. I don't know. They seem like they were all in the same. Like sometimes the Pro Bowl cheerleaders, like with the different lines, it's like an obvious short squad and an obvious tall squad, but it didn't seem like it was that obvious this time. So if I screwed up the line numbers, my bad. I'm gonna blame Max from Pro Bowl cheer. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um. Anyways, okay. AFC line one or two. This is the last one that I have for you guys. So McKenna, I've already given you props. Okay. On your halftime, for, the little snippets that I got of you during halftime. I loved your intro. She's a very strong performer. I think it was your dad that was over there in the corner with me taking video of you. But I just think you're a really strong performer. I really enjoyed watching you. I think you're really, really close to me. So that helped. Jasmine, you were on the other side. Dang it. But I did catch you. Again, that back bend just threw me out of just if I could have thrown a shoe, I would have at the screen. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for taking a picture. I wish I thought of trying to take a picture with everybody. That was your dad. Oh, he looks so proud. I mean, again, this is just moments that I think make it special because you see who really, really cares about you guys and who are enjoying the moment through you guys. Very, very sweet. But Jasmine, yeah, thank you for taking the picture. I think you're a super talented performer. You and Joy were on that stage as well. Little snippets of the halftime. Just you guys really just shine. Again, thank you for making that halftime performance what it was. It wouldn't have been the same without you guys lighting up the stage. I'm just saying. Belinda from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sorry, love, I didn't really get to see you in that corner. But beautiful kicks. Like, how tall are you, lady? I mean, you were just, legs for days. But I really enjoyed watching your. Sorry, I guess somebody sneezed really loud. But watching you in the intros because I didn't get a chance to see you in the video on the stage. Victoria from the New England Patriots was up there on the stage close to Donovis. Just strong performers, you guys. Like I have like little notes, but now I'm like, it's probably silly to say, but just really strong performers. And I think every time that you got a glimpse of you doing something, it was just strong, like suave, like again, not trying too hard. You're just like effortless with it. Okay, let me see. Donovis. Okay, I already spoke on the towelography. You are just, you know what you bring. I mean, lots and lots of feedback, all up in the comments from the post. I think people were so excited watching you perform and dance, so much energy, just so much life, and I hope you just keep that with you forever. It's just like infectious and obviously reads for everybody. And so you brought it and you made your mark. I definitely think you made your mark. The last person, last but not least, is Jenna from the Ravens. I told Latrice and Ty how much I love y'all's uniforms. I just think they're so flirty and so freaking cute. And you made me want to do some squats, girl, because it shows just a little flash of like, just cutesy, flirty. I'm so here for it. I love it. Really, really talented. Like, again, your leaps were just like beautiful. Great performer, so photogenic. So you guys, while I was on the sidelines, I had the benefit of just seeing some of the shots that Lindsay took from practices. And so I have so many things running through my head of things that I know I can't like share because I can't show it to you, but she took some amazing shots of you guys in action. And Jenna, some of yours were just like, so talented, everybody. I just want to say to everybody, like, this was a really special time to be able to come down and watch you. I can't believe that I almost missed it. I would have been so butthurt, and this would not have been nearly as fun. I hope you guys enjoyed just hearing my observations from this weekend. I really hope that, again, that this is just something 30 years later, we're still looking back on and seeing like each year, just the growth of this sisterhood, brotherhood, family. Let's just call it family, right? Of Pro Bowl cheerleaders are selected. I think everybody on the team from this year kind of has a very special connection. I mean, obviously, you guys have all seen it, right? I don't know what happens in this week, but it seems like it really brings everybody together in the most beautiful way. And we're all just here along for the ride to watch it unfold. But again, to be there in person, to see these performances, being able to say hi in person, take a picture, like, it meant the world to me. When you're doing something like a podcast and you're watching it all via social media, if I'm not able to go to a game, it can kind of lose its like, what's the word? You know what I mean? It's not the same if you don't see it in person. It's not. So for this event for me always makes me feel like this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? This is why I'm covering this space. This is why it's so important. And so I just hope that being there to kind of shine light on what you guys do, because again, there's a lot of pictures, but you guys dance and you dance your asses off. And I hope that sharing a little bit of that with everybody was just worth it. The videos speak for themselves. These are just my 2 cents on top of it, but I hope you enjoyed going through this recap with me. I'm ready for all of the sappy posts from all the cheerleaders, kind of recapping all of those crazy emotions for this week. I know it has to be overwhelming, but we're all so happy for you, proud of you. And I know you're probably either like Super Bowling it or getting ready for auditions. I'm wishing you all the best. Sometimes people retire after making Pro Bowl because it's kind of like the pinnacle, right? But I wish you all the best in your next endeavors. I'm just so proud of you. Thank you for your support. It was a joy to see your smiling face. Oh my gosh, was I just totally like cheesing the whole time? I know I was. Like, this is me with my kids. I'm like sitting there recording with this big smile on my face. I just couldn't help it. I was beaming with so much happiness for you guys. Thank you for all your support. We're so happy to see you. I'm glad you got those videos. The moving pics are better than the still ones. Yeah. No, because it's hard to capture how amazing everybody is. So the videos, you got to see why they were selected as dancers. I mean, the athleticism, the joy in their faces. I just love seeing people be passionate about what they do and really connect with their teammates while doing it. All of the partner work is probably like the best part for me because you get to see them enjoying each other and dancing with each other and really being able to like live in that moment. So I'm so happy for you guys that you've experienced that, and share that love with your teammates when you get back with them. I think it was always a pleasure to be able to hear from our Pro Bowl representative, like what it was like and how it changed them, and just what it meant to them. It's an honor, and a lot of people strive for that. It's the ultimate, accomplishment probably as an NFL cheerleader. But the more you can share of that experience might inspire other teammates to reach for the same goal. And That's my 2 cents for now. I hope to be going live with a nice Black History Month recap. There's going to be a lot going on this month, so hopefully no auditions yet. I mean, I know they're coming, but let's just get one step at a time. We got Super Bowl coming up. Um, I I know I've said go Eagles. I'm gonna say it. I said it. I said what I said. It's gonna be the Eagles. That's just my prediction. I love the Chiefs cheerleaders, but it's gonna be the Eagles to take it. That's my prediction. Just saying. But I cannot wait for this halftime with Rihanna. Rihanna, I'm just like that's what I'm watching, and for any glimpse of the cheerleaders. But I hope you guys have a fun and safe Super Bowl weekend. Have fun in Arizona if you're there, Arizona cheerleaders. Hopefully, you'll get to be involved with some of the stuff going on. So maybe I'll do a Super Bowl recap. What do you guys think? Maybe I should. If I got too much to say after the halftime show, then yes, you will hear me giving my 2 cents about that. And then ideally, a Black History Month recap at the end of the month. I've been enjoying the posts though. I'm like loving everything that I'm seeing. I think it's always good to reflect on Black History Month and achievements in the past, present, future. So that's all I have for tonight. I'm going to finish my rosé and I guess see y'all next week. Let's just see if there's enough to talk about from the Super Bowl. Have a good night.